Hello, 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 hello. Hello. How are we all doing? Good morning. Hello. How are we all doing? Hey, Ugly Loner. Hey, Stygian. Hey, Divinus. Hey, Tux. How are we all doing on both YouTube and Twitch today? We're going to be doing the patch 7.16 role quests. We're going to see if it equals better than the previous quests. Cherry Dragon, thank you. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Holy moly. 6 months? You must really like me. Thank you very much. Better now? Nice. We're going to have a nice chill stream. Just a forewarning, this obviously does feature spoilers for the 7.16 role quest, which is the culmination of all of the role quests. I say spoilers, but I think a lot of people probably don't care, honestly, at this point. We'll see how good the quest line is. There's a lot of saving to do, in my opinion, from the individual quests. I did off stream the physical ranged one, which was the last one I needed to do, which honestly was kind of it was okay. You know my impressions of the previous ones. Oh my god, that's loud. The previous ones were not my cup of tea. So hopefully they wrap this up in a nice way. I do know we're going to get a sexy emote reward, so there's that. We're just going to read through it and see what happens. Cherry Dragon, thank you for gifting us up there to Tux. Appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes, Tux. You did it earlier today? Yes. Was it short then? Ooh. You've done it. It was okay, but disappointing. Oh no. Oh, Exilis. I that doesn't fill me with a lot of anticipation for this. Hey, Ahagi Rose? Sorry if I butchered your name. You gotta get on now? Yeah. So we got the avatar up as usual for the brand. Hello. Let's get cracking then. Let's get straight into this. We're gonna do stupid voices and the usual. I've realized I haven't tabbed to the right PC. Hold on. Tabbing noises. Do-do. We didn't do a do-do. All right, let's go. You have an appointment at 10, but you'll be back. All right. Stupid voices. They have to be stupid though, because I can't do real voices. I don't remember any of the voices we gave for the characters when we did do this before on live stream, so yeah. If you want to do this and you have done all of the other prerequisite quests, so all of the role quests for all of the roles, obviously physical range, magical, melee, healer, tank, you can find a quest here down on the beach in Zabalyav Tai. How to pronounce that. Basically next to Brook Avu, and we've got Ral Mayun. Alright. Picking up the torch. Ral Mayun has new tidings about an old adversary. Old adversary? I suppose it is, if you haven't done the quest like I did recently. Oh boy. Hey Brooke, how you doing? You won't say why, but you may enjoy it. Okay. Oh, food!
Ah, Meoni, so good to see you.
That's the voice we're going with.
I was hoping you would pay us a visit. The Landsguard received word from the various nations you visited in your search for the treasures and requested that we inform you of the latest tidings. They also send their earnest gratitude for your efforts. It seems each of the 5 criminals had been brought into custody. Has been brought into custody. Although some had to be tracked down after you trounced them, they now await the judgment of the governments they wronged.
Nice nod.
I thought all was well, until I overheard some customers saying that the passage of the Unbound had new leaders.
New leaders? Well,
The shop was so busy I couldn't find a chance to speak with them before they left, but I felt compelled to report what I heard to the Landsguard.
Okay. Flashback?
It was a...
Oh.
It was a sobering reminder that as long as their leader, Apyaahi, is free, she can rebuild and scheme again. You must have learned about the organization's workings during your search. Do you remember anything that might help us find out what she's up to?
I kind of want to break into Tony the Tiger.
Great.
I will say... honestly, it's all a haze. I mean, that's true. It was kind of... I absorbed very little of the storyline.
Oh, that's too bad. Luckily, the Landsguard managed to dig up information. One of those apprehended said the passage of the Unbound received their funds from a shady mercantile outfit located in Aldar.
It's Talaji, isn't it?
If Apyaahi still has monetary means, it wouldn't take much to recruit new leaders for new schemes. Evil deeds come all too cheap.
Alalafel did it. So was Alalafel.
Oh, I have an idea. If Apyaahi really is recruiting new members, we could feign interest in her cause to get close to her.
Okay. We're going to join them?
You might be onto something. We even know a woman she's never had the pleasure of meeting. Meoni.
Yes. I guess.
I know we're asking a lot from you, but any information you extract from Apyaahi and our new cohorts could prevent further incidents. What'd you say?
I guess I have no choice. Desperate times, I suppose. I mean, it is 7.16. I saw a lot of people saying, "Where's the new Savage raid?" in the comment section of the patch notes today. I was like, I guess this is their first expansion. 7.16 is not a major patch. It really isn't. It's always been this way since the start of A Realm Reborn. You have the 0.6 patch and it's not good, okay? It's a bit of filler. You're looking for the next patch for that. 7.2. Well, for the normal modes and then the Savage. Desperate times, I suppose.
We're very grateful. A small warning, however. We know 5 treasures were stolen, but there could be more. Whatever you do, don't treat Apyaahi lightly. I suggest finding out what power she has at her disposal and what her goals are before making your move.
Okay, we can do that.
Which reminds me, those you waited are most eager to see Apyaahi apprehended. We'll tell them that you're hot on their tail.
For now, why don't you travel to Aldar and ask around? Perhaps our quarry has already tried to recruit the disillusioned into her ranks.
Okay, Uldar it is. Can I take some dango or whatever that is with me? Like meaty stick? Can I take a meaty stick? I need a meaty stick. I think I'd choose this one. Is that sausages? Sausages! I think I might go for the sausages, actually. Sausages sound good. Right about now. Revenant's tall. Eh? Wait, what? I'm confused. What? Okay. Somehow I clicked on the wrong thing like 3 times? Interesting. What's this then? Pokedex number 448 says, so there is no Sonic characters in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I go to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, then go to Mii Fighter Maker and choose new and choose create Mii. And after that, the Mii will go to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I did it so I can try to make Sonic characters so I can race them. Oh, creative. Very creative. Hey, Maeve. Welcome on in. I hope Canada is doing well. In spite of recent news. But we won't go into it. Ah, dear. The world. Perfect voice. Oh. Oh, Cybold. We've got to give every side character a voice. They all need to be voiced, okay? Because Square Enix won't do it. Right, so...
Oh, villains who wish to topple the nations of a world. I'm afraid I haven't heard of such a group, but there are no shortage of complaints about the Sultanate. Most common are gripes about market fees. To hear the merchants tell it, every one of them is a single bad bargain away from an empty coin purse. I can't say they'd go so far as treason, though.
That's his voice. That's like Lalafell voice, though, to be fair. Hey, Azzy, how you doing? When is the game going to have a text-to-speech feature with for people with disabilities? Not just for people with disabilities. I would love that just in general. One of my favorite things that somebody created an add-on for World of Warcraft was... I don't know if it was using text-to-speech like an AI thing. It might be the single best use of AI I have actually ever seen. Now, there are lots of bad uses, as we know, but it made it so that you clicked on the NPC and it would read all of the dialogue in certain voices. I would love something like this in this game. I mean, it would be nice if we could somehow find the budget to voice every character, but a text-to-speech reader would be sick. I agree with you. And, yeah, for people of hard of you know, with learning difficulties, you know, dyslexia, hard of eyesight, that kind of thing, for everybody, including like I would just like it so that I didn't have to read everything. That would be quite nice. Yeah, I'm with you on this one. Let's send a send a world famous person. Landebert. Right. He's got a very tight thing over his chest.
Oh, shifty-eyed blokes? More shifty than usual, you mean? Well, just so happens a strange man tried to strike up a conversation with me not long ago. Said he liked how eagerly I gave those bastards in the brass blades a piece of my mind. He invited me into a gathering of people who sought true freedom, and as he put it, I didn't like the smell of it, hence you find me here.
All right. He's strong, but he's not the most intelligent sausage in the Toad in the Hole. Let's put it that way. Hey, Scarlet, how are you? A perturbed woman. All right.
Oh, I don't know the name Apyaahi, but I do know of a strange man. Each day he stands aloof, staring at passers-by with dead eyes. Oh, last I saw him, he was in a market board. Oh, it makes my stomach churn just to imagine he might still be there.
It seems a suspicious man has been recruiting disgruntled citizens. Okay.
Oh.
Confusing man. Why am I not seeing confusing man? Show everyone at the marketplace how angry you are. Okay.
These prices are insane.
No? Okay. He's angry.
Ah! Why is the hairstyle still over 9 million?
Don't know. It's a good question, really. You there? Mind letting... Wait, what? Oh, ear. Mind letting me bend your ear? Look at my mustache. I sense in you a kindred spirit, one who's tired of being trampled on by the high and the mighty. I think there's a place for you in our organization, the Passage of the Unbound. You might have heard tell of mysterious artifacts being used to incite unrest across the world. That was our doing. The oppressed finally striking back at the oppressors to win back the freedom they took from us. But we mean to aim even higher, and for that we need more good men and women to lead us. Women. Show me the shiny thing, let me destroy the world. Oh, I like your gusto. Mayhap you have what it takes. Mayhap you don't. Either way, we'll have to pass the audition first. You want a seat at the table? Prove your worth our while. What's this? One of our own is standing by the gold court. Show him this handbill, and he will lead you to wherever you need to go. Bye. Strange man. Bye, strange man. Nod. Hopefully he's not on the screen too much. Yes. We're gonna run out of voices, aren't we, really, at this point? This way. That's a wall. Hubu. Unbound agent. Does he look similar? No mustache. Looks a bit young, actually. What do you want? I got this handbill. It says, a handbill written in a simple font which reads, "Oh, are you frustrated with your lot in life? Tired of feeling the boot ever on your neck? Then join us and win back your freedom. We invite both seasoned villains and fledgling reprobates to attend our audition." That's what it says.
Oh, so you wish to lead others onto Passage, eh? You're welcome to try. But fair warning, this may be the hardest trial you've ever had to endure. Are your loins properly girded?
Yo, my loins are always girded. Yes.
Oh, the enthusiasm will take you far, that will. Now then, follow me.
Alright. You teleported next to me? Hello, Ida Baron. Are we going into one of these rooms we never get to go into? We're a friend.
Hello, friends, less than 3.
Friends. Hello, friends. 18 months. Thank you. Welcome back, Vieira Fran. I hope you're well. Congrats on getting your mount finally, by the way. I heard from a little bird that you got that done. So congratulations on your chaotic mounts.
Oh, the audition will be held in this room. Even those with the blackest hearts have balked at what we put our potential leaders through. So I'll be listening to your progress with great interest.
Okay.
I'm going to stand over here because I don't like it.
Okay. What's in the door?
Enter.
Can't do that voice for long.
Right, I mean, enter. No. Can you hear it? The cry of a child too young to know fear.
Oh, can you see it? A blackbird in flight. Its wings staining the azure skies.
Can you feel it? The shape of the world as it should be, moulded by hands free of fetters.
Oh, the passage to a new morrow lies before you. The passage of the Unbound.
Okay.
And with that, let us begin the audition for our new round of leaders. May the selection committee please take their seats.
I'm good, thank you, Viera friend. I'm just chilling out. Oh, oh, that looks good. What? Oh, there's Apyaahi. Can we get that painting, please? From the Joyous Painter?
You look disappointed somehow. I understand. You expected to meet our founder. My apologies, but you'll need to prove yourself ere you're granted such an audience. Now, tell us your name.
My name is... Refuse to answer. I'm not telling you my name.
Well done. The passage of the Unbound works in the shadows, and our true names must remain hidden until their revelation can have a most dramatic impact, like my Bayako seat here. On to the next question. Why do you wish to join us? Morgana, thank you for 23 months. Welcome back.
My name is Slim Shady. I want to change the world in my image. Oh, careful.
If you truly desired that, you would have done something noteworthy by now. We would be ill-advised to recommend a novice for a position of leadership.
What do you mean? What voice did we give it? Enough about your ambitions. What can you do? There you go. No, that's the voice. I am... No one can craft and gather like me. They can, but yeah. Yeah, crafting. Even a novice can support us from back lines. If you're gonna lead, you have to be willing to leap into thicker things like Elret did.
Meoni, thank you for all you do for us warriors of light. Purple heart.
Rocky Ree, thank you so much for the 2 months. How are you? Welcome on in. I hope you're enjoying your day as well. Like Elret did. That's enough questions for now, methinks. Let's see if this one has the guts to stand against an entire nation. Oh, two high-pitched characters in the same area. Bad choice. This treacherous Kurt sold us to our enemies. Chop off his head for us, will ye? Ooh, knife. Do it. Oh, what's wrong? Having second thoughts?
Take the weapon in hand.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. Pulls out samurai sword. Oh my god. Oh my, look at those eyes. A killer's eyes. Well, I'm convinced.
You can put that down now. This was all but a ruse, you see.
No, you told me to get this guy's head off. We're going to take his head off. No. A promise is a promise. No. Fade to black. I'll get rid of this guy's head. Don't worry about it.
You played traitor most convincingly, my boy. And now you may leave.
All right, bye. Random blindfolded man that can clearly see where he's going. Okay, maybe he can't see where he's going.
Oh, let's see. Oh, yes, your final task. Strike a pose that captures your essence. Go.
Pose? Do a little dance. Yeah. Oh my god. Quickly, do the Sundrop dance.
Oh my, such confidence, such grace. They quite literally emanate from you.
Uh-huh. Smirk.
I believe we're ready to make our decision.
Okay.
Am I in?
You truly are singular amongst the other applicants. We can confidently say you've passed the first audition. Even hard-boiled Shaltao fights nearly cracked under the pressure of our injuries, but you remain composed throughout. Congratulations on your impressive feats.
Aw, thank you.
Our agent awaits without to guide you on to the next step.
Ooh, nice transition shot there. Oh, but they didn't make use of it. Meh. What else do these guys say?
Quite the selection of candidates this time.
But
Eh?
I feel you have pulled the wool over our eyes. Good. That just shows your capacity for villainy. Be proud of it.
I can see in your eyes that you've been through more than I can imagine. Hold on to your anger. Use it to bring the tyrannical rulers down to earth. Okay. Why don't we just blow up this entire room? Is it really that easy to rent a room out in Uldar these days?
Now that's a knife.
Oh, you thought we'd welcome you into a fold after a single audition. I'll have you know our standards are higher than that, mate. By the way, if you'd failed back there, I'd be guiding you to a combat training right now. You never have too much fodder for cause, after all. Not many have been where you're going. But don't celebrate just yet. The hardest part is still to come.
Okay, young child. Question mark, question mark, question mark. The Unbound agent is ready to share your next destination.
You must endure one final test, and seeing how important it is, our founder will be conducting it herself. She was here a minute ago, but something compelled her to leave for the Zagoli Desert, always as she followed the slightest whim. Show some initiative and find her amongst the massive dunes. Don't be intimidated. If you truly meant to lead us, fate arranged this meeting long ago, it did. Oh, don't know why she went to the desert, but such is the way with her. If you undertake the test, you need to seek her out, mate.
Alright, okay. The desert. The world's smallest desert. I love it. He was doing this on the Viper and the visual was pretty funny. Give a knife to a guy who has swords in his back. Yeah, you just pull them out, wouldn't you? Although for me, I'd probably just beat them to death with the brush. Like with a wet end. You know. Probably. Ooh, the moon. The moon! Oh, there's someone else. Is that a dancer? That is a dancer. Ooh, nice. Alright, where's Apyaahi? Give them a lick of paint to death. What color would we paint them? Red, probably. Oh. Hey, look, it's the scene from the trailer that we saw maybe like 2 months ago. Holy moly. What's she doing with a mushroom? She's got a stick. I summon you, mushroom power. Oh? Oh, this is the worm from the trailer, right? Yeah. Oh, is she a Beastmaster? Stop. Check. What? Spin. Who's a good boy? Now, come. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Oh. Fade to black quickly. Good boy. Good boy. Now stroke the mushroom. Clearly a Beastmaster.
Oh, it works as well as I remembered. No beast is too great for the artifact's influence. What are you doing here? Do you fancy strolls amongst nondescript sand dunes? Or is that not a chance encounter?
I'm here because I've joined the Unbound and I'm secretly a double agent. I mean, whoops.
Oh, is that so? My underlings see potential in you. Ah. Well then, let us proceed straight to introductions. Remember my name. The architect of passage, Apyaahi. If you wish to be one of my chosen leaders, there is but one requirement: boundless charisma. Extraordinary strength and unparalleled intellect mean nothing if you lack charm. No one will follow a bore. Yet, when spoken with the right tenor, even wicked words can resonate with small folk and rouse them to action. They'll gladly throw themselves into the thick of battle for a cause they believe in. Our cause. I did well in forming my first cadre of leaders. Their absolute devotion to indulging their own desires moved even me to tears. For all their faults, I still wholeheartedly believe they were worthy of wielding the artifacts. Make me believe the same about you, and I shall gladly take you under my wing.
Okay. Do I have to go stroke some weird animal? No? Are we not stroking animals today?
Well, now's your chance to impress me. Tell me, what do you wish to gain by overthrowing the nations of the world?
Power. Amongst anything.
Power is the one thing you do not seem to lack. Even so, your ambition drives you to even greater heights. Such a trait is crucial for one who would embrace wickedness. As for me, I only want one thing: freedom. My village prospered amid nature unrestrained, while those in it were bound by the rules of society. Our roles were determined at birth. Some would hunt, some would weave, but none were allowed to follow their arts. Obedience meant a life without hardship, yes, but I couldn't suffer the tasks I was burdened with. So in defiance of those stifling customs, I went into the forest to hunt, and returned to my village with a prey mightier than any that had been caught before. For this, I was rewarded with exile, so I went and downloaded Path of Exile 2 in early access and put in 300 plus hours. I mean, no, I was exiled from the village. Yet my banishment was a blessing in disguise, for it helped me realize I could survive, I could thrive, unbound by rules. I also understood that many like-minded souls yet suffered under the subjugation of state. I resolved to become an example they could follow, to build the passage that would guide them to freedom. But enough about myself. There's something I wish to see. Follow me, but beware of the beasts that infest these sands.
No, bye, Harmony. My bird's like, nope, I'm out of here. Why is it so quiet here? Cadmium pigment is used for colors ranging from yellows to red. Minium is a medieval red pigment that's lead-based. Lead-based paint. That would be brilliant. No, it's cerulean-based, right? Cerulean paint. That's what makes it glow. Right? Radiation. Georgie. Meoni, I have a question. Georgie, I have an answer. What's up? What's up? Before I talk to Apyaahi.
Hello, Georgie. What is your question? I'm a weird Drake thing.
What is your question? What is your question? Do you still do the fashion report videos? Every Friday, yes. I mean, it was never just one person anyway, George. There are plenty of people in the community that did fashion report stuff, including the infographics of past to Gotenstreff as well. I think that's how you pronounce their name on Reddit. And there's also the entirety of the Twitter community worldwide. And the Japanese were always the first to test stuff anyway. Like, they were stupidly quick. So a lot of the data that everybody used for those infographics was from those sources as well as their own testing. So no, the show still goes on, yeah. Just because one person doesn't change it. But yeah, fashion reports, yeah, the videos are still there. Yes. No, I don't think I've, even when I was incredibly ill, I still did fashion report, yeah. Yeah, not missed a single week so far. Although sometimes they've been on a Saturday when I've been on holiday. And I came back and did it on Saturday instead. Uranium pigment is usually depleted uranium. Used in glass making and ceramics. Really? So you can have a radioactive bowl? The hardest thing about Fashion Report Friday is making the glamour look and cohesively continuous. No. You just put what stuff you need on and then look like a complete fool. Some of the sets look good together though, not gonna lie, but yeah. Hey, Make It Metal. Hello. Welcome on in. How is Costa Rica today? We've got a paint professional, which is good. I did watch a lot of your videos, but sometimes it was quicker to pull up the infographics. I mean, whatever works for you, right? Whatever works for you doesn't necessarily work for everyone, so there's lots of options. Lots of people do many different things for different content. For example, the Island Casuals, I think it is, Discord does the Island Sanctuary stuff every week. Hardly anybody even knows about that. Like, they do infographics and stuff. There's the, for the cowrie farming. There's all sorts of stuff. There's the fishing community that does infographics. There's all sorts of people that do different things, but there's also people who do videos. Yeah, it's always nice to have a mix of different formats for the same thing, because not everybody wants to go A, on Twitter, B, look at an infographic. Sometimes they don't want to watch a video, sometimes they do. Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing to have different things. I remember your poor voice in that video when you were ill. I'm not sure if that was the one where I had COVID or not. I had to pause every few seconds. I think I did 4 videos that day, and then I just collapsed. Yeah, that was fun. A lot of old Chinaware is actually radioactive. Wow, okay. Huh. Kind of makes me want to go around an antique shop with a Geiger counter, see how many micro sieverts we can get in an antique shop. Meoni's fashion report video is part of the Friday feeling routine. Yeah, I mean, there's a tagline called, well, it translates to fashion check, right? Hashtag fashion check on Twitter and other social media places, I think, also Instagram and other places like Facebook and stuff. And it's in Japanese, and the Japanese community, as soon as it hits 9 o'clock our time, they've already got all of the options. A lot of the time it's easier to go look at what they've done first, to be fair, because it's instantaneous. But yeah, it's really cool. It's a global effort for stuff like that, and I really like that aspect of the game because it's a community thing rather than just one person. I like that a lot. I really like that a lot. Those are the main 2. Yeah, there's quite a few people. A lot of people I don't know how to say their names though, because they're either Japanese or Korean. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Reddit is basically crowdsourcing it. It's fantastic. Well, that side of Reddit is fantastic. The rest of it's garbage, but yeah, there we go. Very nice, sunny, windy. Hope you're having fun. I'm enjoying this so far. But yes, we'll see. Somebody in chat earlier told me that they were quite disappointed, and a few people have said that actually. So we'll see what this quest actually has. Anything new drops in the game and the Japanese community is like, hold my beer. Yeah. Also housing, the Japanese community, the JP community is insanely good at housing. I feel that so many things get reposted and people pretend it's their work on Western accounts without mentioning any names. We're like, look at this cool thing I did. It's like, but I just saw this and it was in Japanese from a different account yesterday. But yeah, I appreciate the global effort, but yeah. It'd be nice if people gave credit to other people, wouldn't it, really? Oh, dear. Can you permaban me pretty please? Sure. We can do that. There you go. Strange request, but I will oblige. Anyway. strange requests get direct answers. There you go. Okay. As I said, beasts around in these parts. I could kill them myself, but this presents an opportunity. Let us commence the practical exam. Defeat these creatures by whatever means are at your disposal. Oh, okay. We're going straight in, huh? Do do be do be do be. Honk. Is that it? Oh. That was a fine show of strength. Fine enough to impress the meek into following you, I dare say. Very good. Now follow me. We're not far now. We can unban them, it's fine if it was a prank. It's fine, we'll get a really interesting unban request and we can read it later. They won't be gone for long, I'm sure. Here we are. I've heard the stars are breathtaking from this vantage. In Uldar, they would charge you to view the sky from a place like this, as if there weren't enough hands grasping at our coin purses. Let's wait a while and see if the stories are true. Stargazing. I'm not getting villain vibes from this Viera yet. Like at all. Indeed. It is every bit as beautiful as they say. It was a worthwhile trek, wouldn't you agree? The light from those stars travelled all the way from the edge of the firmament, obstructed by nothing on its journey. Free. I believe people have the same capacity. Each of us a star unto ourselves. The light of our lives illuminating the farthest reaches of the heavens. Yes. You've passed, by the way. I know I wanted you with me as soon as our first meeting. Friends and allies gravitate towards you, don't they? I can tell. And so, to honor your induction into my inner circle, I shall award you with an artifact of power unequaled. Okay. Is what I would like to say. Unfortunately, my stock of magical objects has been much depleted as of late. Aww. Are you truly so crestfallen? I suppose I cannot fault you for staying true to your ambitions. The artifacts wielded by the previous cadre were purloined from across the continent of Tiral, where they were enshrined as objects of great power. Alas, we had greater need of them. Mine, however, came into my possession long before that. Oh wow. After I was exiled, I travelled the world to seek a place that was truly free. Disillusioned by every nation I set foot in, I eventually crossed the ocean to Tural. In the remote outskirts of Shak Tural, I came across ancient and forgotten ruins, and within I encountered the spirit of a Yok-Kyoi who called himself the Wise One. I asked the Wise One where I might find freedom, and he told me this story.
When I yet lived, my people ventured into Shak Tural, but before we could settle here, a terrible sickness struck, and one by one, many lost their lives. I sought a way to conquer this affliction, crafting an instrument that could harness the powers of mighty beasts. Thus was the first treasure created. Alas, I was too late to save my brethren, yet I knew I could save others from our fate, and so I traveled across the land, bestowing the treasures upon struggling tribes.
Oh. Ham-fistedly heroic voice.
I wish to create a place where people bereft of a home can live as they wish. Such a treasure could help me realize this dream.
Your conviction is plain to see, that is true. 5 treasures have I bequeathed, and there is one which remains sealed away. Its power is far too dangerous.
My conviction means I can wield it responsibly. I beg you, bestow the treasure upon me.
My words must have swayed him. Of course, the spirit's final act was to honor me with the relic before disappearing. I'll use this power entrusted to me to shatter the rules that stifle us. That is why I created the passage of the Unbound. Ah, nod. And now you are one of its leaders. Stand by my side, and together we shall release the people of the world from their chains. That's just really awkward. I'm not getting evil villain vibes anymore from Apyaahi. I don't know if I'm disappointed or not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of like them. Square Enix, what have you done? They just want to be free. I did not initially intend to spend so much time in these wastes. Do ensure your master... Do ensure you master that pose I showed you. Though I've only recently invented it, I expect every member to be capable of striking it at a moment's notice. With that, I cordially welcome you to Passage of the Unbound. Pose of the Unbound. Okay, there we go. There's our emote then. That's loud. All right. I want to see this pose. Show me the pose. Is it persistent? I hope it's persistent. No. No, it is not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Aww. What is that? What is that? I don't know if I like it. It's a bit weird, isn't it? What do we think? It is a JoJo pose, but what? Why? Yeah. I don't know. I don't really get that at all, personally. But there we go. It's an emote. Enforcing freedom. Okay, you can sense a plot forming behind Apyaahi's mischievous, eyes. The world. Looks like you're casting a spell or a stink bomb. Yeah, the way she covers a hand, like a face with her hand. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, don't know what I think about that. All right. Now that the night sky has energized us, it's time to take action. Our goal is no less than to see every nation of the world crumble. Yet we must start somewhere. I was struck by how much had changed during my recent visit to Tural, when I gathered the first group of my chosen leaders there. At the time I encountered the Wise One, no ruler had united the continent under one banner. Uncertainty was in the air, but so was the scent of freedom. I'd never seen a place quite like it. So much did it intrigue me, in fact, that I adopted a Shetona name for myself. Yet now that same freedom that I found so appealing is bound by the restrictions of state, and each day that passes those binds grow tighter. That is why our first course of action shall be to return Tural to what it once was, to liberate it from the tyranny of Tulialal. Okay. While my previous leaders were avatars of self-indulgence, they never quite grasped the concept of overthrowing a nation. It falls to us to set a precedent for future leaders to follow. Go to Tural, get the lay of the land, venture to Kusatawi in Shaloni, and rendezvous with my enforcers at the local tavern. You may await further orders there. Okay. Don't think I butchered that too badly. Probably I did, actually. But yeah, there we go. Don't know if you saw the comment earlier, but your fashion report videos have been my go-to since 2019. I also link it to Novice Network. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's a huge community effort, that stuff, but it means a lot that you'd share my vids. Yeah, I mean, the videos don't really get a lot of views, and it's never been about, like, the viewership on those ones at all. Obviously, there are some videos that, you know, get better views than others. Fashion Report is not one of them, but it's something that I'm kind of committed to do. It's kind of like I started it, you know, with a video. I might as well finish it whenever that ends. I don't know, probably never. That's kind of the only reason I do it, is because of people wanting it. So, yeah. It's cool. Do you know when 7.2 will drop? Not a clue. We can have a guess, but it's probably easier to just wait for the live letters, and then we get a better understanding of that time frame. Like, I'm guessing, I mean, we're in what? Late January now, so I guess live letter part 1 would be February sometime, then part 2 will be in March, at the start of March, so maybe 7.2 would be mid-March, early March. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it'll be April personally. I'd be surprised if they dragged it that long. But it could easily be, right? It could fall on the last bit of that. But yeah, I think we'll get live letter part 1 next month, and then the month after we'll get live letter part 2, where they probably drop the trailer and stuff. Like how your model works when you try to think. Thinking is hard. My brain just goes bleh. What voice did we give this character? Oh man, I can't remember.
Meoni, you're returned. Were you able to track down Apyaahi?
I'll do. Yeah, I'm a leader now.
I see. Methods for testing the mettle of would-be leaders are as unique as the candidates themselves. Yet learning that our next target is Tulialal only makes this sinking feeling in my stomach worse. This revelation doesn't come as a complete surprise, you see. We've heard whispers of a plot against the city and have been aiding the Landsguard with investigating leads.
While you were abroad, some familiar faces showed up to lend a hand. Oh, speak of the Vidral.
Okay. Oh, it's the fellas, the role people that I vaguely remember some of. Ah, yes, the bunny, and I remember the bunny from that one. I remember the Mikyote. I don't really remember anyone, do I? Oh no. Oh god, 4 more voices.
When Brooke Evil sent word to meant to pursue Apyaahi, we were eager to join you. Yet right as we were arranging a ship to cross ocean, we spied a suspicious group disembarking at port and decided we might better aid you by tracking their movements.
Oh no, that's Tento. Ah. Pretend that was someone else's voice.
They claimed to be looking for work and obtained permission to travel to Shaloni. Yet upon arriving, they went to work on a different sort, asking anyone they could find about Tulialal and the inner workings of its government and defenses.
I'm not doing that same voice for... Oh, no, that was fine. This is Tepeke.
We're not bothering the people of Shaloni. They loaf about in huts, Husatawi. The master of the tavern there send a group, spend long hours talking to other patrons, rarely ordering a thing, and going about on some plan.
Clearly, they are the enforcers Apyaahi mentioned. We need to find out what they're planning and how Apyaahi's treasure fits into the picture. Then we can figure out how to stop them.
Let's split up. If these enforcers are as talkative as they seem, I'm sure it won't be hard to eavesdrop. That's a Turali voice, apparently.
Oh, let me help too. I have an idea that might make things easier. But it requires Meoni to aid us. I hope you can oblige.
I guess. Just don't talk anymore. Tent. What did tent sound like? But it's settled. Lord Shikana, Tepeke, and I will work to uncover the nature of Apyaahi's treasure.
These link pearls should make it easier to communicate. I brought them from a foreign sailor. I knew they'd come in handy sooner rather than later. Here you go. Stick them in your ear.
Alright, once we've discovered something, we'll meet you by the Aetheryte Plaza in... I still can't pronounce it. Husatawi. Husatawi, I think.
Oh, now then, follow me and I'll tell you about this idea of mine.
Pushes glasses up emote.
Bye.
Please, UHB, give us a pronunciation guide. Yeah, I suck at it. Do. What clever plan does she have in store?
I have something that will make our job a lot easier. The Dreamweave cocoon. The village elder understood how much it means to me to bring the Unbound to justice for their crimes, and entrusted me to do so, once and for all. You've met this Apyaahi in the flesh, yes? That means you can use the cocoon to imitate her.
I can do that. Why, I was ready to use stealth and deception, but this will make getting the information we need much easier.
My thinking exactly. But it will be all for nothing if Apyaahi reaches them before we do. So let's make our way to Husatawi at once. There's too many people in this quest line. I can't remember who's who.
Yappa baba. Yeah. I made a bit of a boo-boo there. Is that Mercote, Captain Barsh von...
I'm Captain Barsh von Ronsenberg of Dalmaska. I live! Barsh lives. Don't listen to Ondor's lies.
Where is this? Was this supposed to go downstairs? Oh. 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 Why is the marker in a weird place? It's on the banister, I guess? Oh.
What? What?
Oh, must be transformation magic or something? What's up, Cookie?
I took a peek inside and saw a few rough-looking types who didn't sound to roll. Oh, who didn't sound to Raleigh, gathered around one of the tables. Doubtless they're our targets. There's no one fitting Apyaahi's description. I mean, I saw somebody that did. 2 people. So she probably hasn't arrived yet. This is our chance.
We can hear everything from out here, so we'll keep watching in case Apyaahi makes an appearance. If she does, we'll call you on link pull, you wee jobby.
Alright, Meoni. Take the Dreamweave cocoon in hand, and in your mind's eye, envision that wicked woman.
Okay. I'm thinking. I mean, can I stay like this? Ah. So is this the Beastmaster Kane then? That's cool. I guess I'm going to be doing an NPC recreation of this character then. She's so cool. I like.
Oh, boss. Wait, you told us not to trust anyone, even yourself. If you are who I think you are, then do the pose. We got all sore arms from practicing it so much.
There you go.
Ah. No one but you could strike a pose off as inspiring. We've been waiting, boss.
It's not necessarily Scottish, it's Dwarven. There you go, Morgana. We'll go with that.
Now that you're here, that means it's time to mobilize, right?
You remember what plan is, right? I trust you remember.
Of course, boss. We each memorized a different part to make sure we don't forget it. We'll launch our attack from the gates of Tuliolo.
Cerulean barrels will blow it into bits with a fantastic explosion.
And Elret's concoction will give us the strength to crush the Landsguard like ants.
Dear God. Simple plan for simple villains, don't you think? Keep pressing them for information, Meoni. Okay. And what is my role in the attack? What am I gonna do? Eh? What do I do? What, so what you die? What will you be having? Oh dear. Your finest libations to lift our spirits. I'll take some tequila, please.
Right, miss. I'm going to go get it.
What? You're actually ordering something? You told us the free don't have to spend coin just to sit at a table.
Meoni. We see the real Apyaahi approaching.
Shoot her in the face.
We have to buy time.
Oh. Keep the henchmen talking. That's his voice now, sorry. Ruh-roh.
You there. Excuse me. I wouldn't go in there. The drinks are more water than spirit.
Oh. Oh, that's not her voice, is it? Is that so?
Well, good thing I'm not thirsty.
No, the food. There's no food either. They've sold every last dish.
What? And they have the goal to remain open. Greed run amok indeed. Luckily, I wasn't planning on ordering anything. I'd rather die than become a paying customer.
Have you no shame? That was an argument. The cutscenes are so well done in this. What the heck? It's like Hildebrand levels.
There was something else? I didn't think there was. I was supposed to show up our numbers, right? You said the artifact of yours would give us an army. Well, did it?
Meoni, get out of there. She's coming in. Oh, you're already here. You move quickly.
Don't just stare at her. What's going on here? Why are we having a staring contest? Those two.
Well, that means we can get started all the sooner. Once Tulialal succumbs to our wrath, together we shall celebrate the return of true liberty to Tural. Now, see to your preparations, then join us upstairs. We strike when I give the order.
Yeah, but this is when she gets an order of tequila that she didn't order. We might have messed up. She knows. Run! Run away! I think my dwarven accent was good.
She's even more devious than I imagined. I can scarcely wait to see her in shackles, but I know the hasty misstep can quickly lead to ruin.
That was close. I don't know what could have happened if we were found out. We couldn't hear what you were saying while we were trying to distract Apyaahi. Did you get anything we can use? Yeah, we ordered tequila. That's great. Tintawa and the others have just arrived themselves. Let's go meet them. Aye. Oh god, tent here. Heard you ran into Apyaahi at the tavern. Tell us everything that happened then. Well, we ordered drinks, and I forgot the rest. basically. Something about attacking the gates.
I see. Her plan is to strike at Tulielal from the Shaloni side. And we could focus our defences there.
You said her minions spoke of an army being summoned by a treasure. That matches with a story we heard. It was told to us by one of the Vipers. We hoped their expertise in tracking deadly beasts such as the Tural Vidral, the very source of our treasure's powers, might provide insight on the capabilities of hers. Apparently they received reports that creatures across Tural were falling under the thrall of a Shatona woman. Even the most feral of beasts obeyed her like a docile lamb.
Beastmaster. Foreshadowing. When are we gonna get that in a patch? I saw her play with a massive worm. Actually, now I think about it. She stroked it and everything, and it came out the floor.
Well, we now know what our enemy is capable of. Stroking worms.
No, I mean controlling them. Never mind.
I've heard that some animals hunt by hypnotizing their prey with sound, smell, or even magical energy. Perhaps the Tural Vidral, whose essence lies in her treasure, was one of those, but it's difficult to say which.
Even so, we know Apyaahi's plan and the threat we face. We can prepare for whatever she might throw at us. We'll cut off her advance at Zorgo the Boundless. It'll take everything we have to drive her back, but if we fight as one, neither her nor her beast will take a single step into Lialolololololol. I'll stay here for a while and keep an eye on things. If Apyaahi makes a move, I'll contact you at once. Can you tell Ral Mayun what we've learned?
Yeah, leave it to me. I can do that. Now all of you disperse, so I do your voices separately. It feels like this could be the intro to Beastmaster. I mean, oh my god, that's such a cool glam. That's such a cool glam. I know it's Quain Trowels with the what do you call it? Reen's, yeah, the Oracle leggings. And then we've got the Forestern Maidens, isn't it? Yeah, Eastern Lady Errant's gloves, and then bow. That looks so nice. That kind of gothic Lolita look. That's just a combo I've not seen many people use. That's nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Bum, 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 bum. Wah, 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 wah. I think there's like another, what, 2 or 3 quests? This is quite long, actually, compared to what I thought it would be.
She's bringing an army of beasts to our doors. There's so little time to prepare. And if the treasure can bend ferocious beasts to its will, we must consider the possibility it can be used on people too. I'll bring this information to the Landsguard at once, that they may begin readying the city's defences. I know neither you nor they will let a single citizen come to harm. This is it, Meoni. With any luck, Apyaahi and her cronies will soon be languishing in cells.
Alright.
Oh, Bright Bustle Orchestron. Alright.
You said Tent was keeping and watching Puzatawi, right? I suppose no news is good news.
No. Speak of the devil.
Apyaahi and her minions are preparing to depart. It's time, everyone. We make our stand before the gates of Tulialololololol.
And here I was hoping that Apyaahi would turn herself in. Well, I suppose she'll have to be brought in by force. She might have their treasure, but she doesn't have our allies, and she certainly doesn't have you. Today we stop the Unbound, and tomorrow will welcome a dawn in Tulialal free of their shadow.
Okay. Let's kick some butt. His name's Tent. Yeah! Tentawa. Tentawa, wow, 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 wow. Ronique. Tent says, I saw Unbound leave was Satawi. They should be here any moment. I can't fight, but I have medicine at the ready. I'll help however I can.
If our guess about the treasure's power is correct, this will not be an easy fight. My bow will aim true, I promise.
Alright.
Although the circumstances that brought us together were less than fortunate, I am confident that in the end we'll be stronger for them. We won't allow the passage of the Unbound to wreak havoc on Tulialalalalalalal. Today, Apyaahi and her ilk answer for their crimes.
Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you'll be able to try again from the most recent of these. Do not log out, or your progress will be lost. Ooh, 7:30. Ooh. Oh, look at those armor pieces. I still like that armor piece, by the way. I think that's cool.
They're here.
We knew you were coming up, Yahi. You and your gang of thugs won't be going any further. Oh my god. The tumbleweed.
So, you've chosen to join the other sheep, have you? How disappointing. I offered you so much more than the life of a lapdog.
Villains like you... No, I never intended to fight by your side. Never would I join you.
Of course you would say that. You are Eorzea's savior, after all. I knew it from the moment I saw you. And I suppose now you're asking yourself why I was so forthcoming with me plans. I wanted to see what we fight for. I wanted you to see what we fight for. To realize the beauty of true freedom and devote yourself to pursuit of it as our ally. Alas. Your allies only follow you because of a treasure that has them in its thrall. No one would willingly follow such a reckless leader. Interesting. You think I have the power to command others against their will? Well, don't you? Oh, you are far more foolish than I believed. I would never rob anyone of their freedom. She's gone.
What? Oh, she's a saint of the firmament as well. She's done Castle in the Sky. Wow, that was quick. Loose the arrows. Fire. What?
Look, beast approach from Atulia land side. But how? We committed too heavily to this.
Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. Bit of a waste, but... Okay. As I feared, my creatures cannot live up to the real thing. How about this? Oh, you're really gonna send out... That's a bit mean, don't you think? It's a yeah monster. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Yeah.
I'll end this in a single blow.
All right, Apyaahi, do it.
No, I think not.
Oh. They're all gonna get, like, badly hurt, aren't they? And then it'll be up to me. Yeah. That's incredibly obvious. Yahi. It's like Lahi, but...
And stay down.
Got some ads? What is that? What was that? I'm so confused. I didn't see what that was. There were like weird circles on the floor that disappeared. Now what? Oh yeah. Ah. Limit break, eh? A tenacious lot, aren't you? Well, I suppose I wouldn't want you to fall too quickly. Okay, she's toying with her food, I guess. Uncanny flying potato. What? Yahi? She's just gonna LB it, I guess. Scheming, are we? Oh. Someone else got the other one? Yeah, okay. Oh.
No, my poor, pitiful pets.
Keep them distracted, my darlings. Oh, we'll be fine.
Go after Apyaahi.
All right. Release the bat babies. And a load of Lalafels come after you. That'd be terrifying.
Something a little different this time. Behold the fruits of my travels across Tural.
Thanks for the help. Now to couch. Apyaahi.
Don't think you've won yet.
She gonna summon the mushroom?
You're strong, to be sure, but so is this.
She is a Beastmaster. This is sick. I like how she's not got any, like, abilities, though. She just cheers it on. Don't all bat. My medicines will keep you alive. Okay. Probably don't want to stand in that, though, right? Oh? This doesn't look good. Passage of Arms. Okay. Oh, alright, I'm supposed to stay under there.
I shouldn't have stood out of that. But even bugs squirm before they die. This time I'll finish it. Alright. Go on in.
Sloppy.
That's the way you like it. And while defeating you would be quite a feather in my cap, the gates of Tulialal and the text disappeared. Are a much easier target. There you go. I read the rest of it. Curses, she's making a run for it. Follow her, Meoni. Alright. I'm on it. Why haven't they played Battle on the Big Bridge? We're battling on a big bridge. Anything that would obstruct the free world I am to create will be destroyed. Must you insist on being a thorn in my side? Very well. Then I shall plant the banner of evil upon the corpse of Eorzea's hero, and the meek shall flock to me. Make my fervent desire manifest. Grant me the power to seize undying freedom. The architect, Apyaahi. Oh. Oh no. Not a moldy cactuar. Ah. Oh, that's gross. Not the mold, bro. What is this? Bom, 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 bom. Oh, I was a bit slow there. Whoops. Oh well. Mold spores. Gross. Are they going to explode? Do they spread like mold? Yes, they do. Wait, is that going to go first? No, okay. Bum, 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 bum. Annoying. Come back. Boom, 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 boom. What was that? Super Cruise? What's that? Now, smash her to a pulp. I don't think so. Oh. Okay. So, you found a comfort in fellowship. At least this will save me the trouble of killing you one by one. Oh, it's getting even stronger. Repel the Mycotender's arms. Do, 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 do.
Does it have a second part of the song? Because that's my favorite part of this song. How can you stand before the treasure's might? What are you? I am an Ascian. Or I wish I was. But they never decided to follow up on the Azem storyline, so I guess we'll never know. Question mark. Soken did such a good job with this piece of music. You scurry about like ants, rats. Pulverize them with this, my barbed barbarian. No, even my spiny savior has fallen. Play the second half of the song. It's gonna die too quickly, isn't it? Quick, stop DPS so that we can listen to the music. Aww. Oh, this is the bit I like. Don't fade out. No. Oh man, that's my favorite part of the song, and we don't even get to hear it. Sucks. That's not good. Oh no. Little mushroom guy's gonna abandon her? No. No, mushroom. Ugh. It seems I must admit defeat. Yet know this, I do not believe the ideals for which I thought were misguided. Think back upon the leaders who came before you. Those 5 self-serving souls who dared to live as they pleased. Each one the perfect image of liberty. Yet ultimate perfection cannot be achieved without ultimate power. This is why we became villains, to tear down the world's nations and their stifling rules, so that the voiceless many may speak again. What made you feel this way? Meoni has told you already, surely. Yet the exile that emboldened my hatred of meaningless restrictions also led to my awakening. I couldn't have known true freedom without it. And as I travelled the world, I noticed the same thing everywhere I went, that the many were bound by the few. In Gridania, citizens are discouraged from joining hands with their neighbours, In Uldar, merchants craft laws to exert their control over others. Even in Limsa Laminsa, once lawless pirates are made to bow to the state. Need I say more? The countless Ishgardians who were tricked into sacrificing themselves when their church fanned the flames of war. The people of the East, whose entire lives are determined by outdated customs and mores. I had to go west to find what I sought. Here, in Tural, I lived a life unbound. Or so I thought. After a terrible tragedy, I was forced to find a new home once again.
Terrible. What happened?
I can scarcely say it. I was asked to pay for my lodgings.
What?
Hey, you mean you hadn't been paying all along? Why should I have to trade coin for a roof over my head? In my village, charging for something so essential was unthinkable. So long as one followed the rules, that is. Hey, Naz. For the first time since my exile, I questioned my path. I nigh convinced myself that taking care of my drunken sisters night after night wasn't so bad after all.
Where did you live again?
No, that doesn't matter. Surely if you could accept trading labour for housing, you can understand the reasons behind trading coin for it. No. Money is just another rule that used to control us. A rule that I won't accept. I was forced to live on the streets. In my tent, I plotted. The rebellion would start with me and end with the authority of every nation in tatters. What? Yet one day, after long hours of sowing discontent, I returned to find my tent gone, and its place stood a sign that read, "No vagrancy."
Can we kick her off the bridge now?
The last thing you earned was gone in an instant. That can't have been easy. Really? They're going to play gate to this? I understand why you have your perspective, Apyaahi, but in a world where everyone did what they pleased would soon fall to chaos. Laws are the only things that keep us from that. And I know firsthand what it's like to be bound by old rules. Rules whose purpose are sometimes baffling. But you don't have to follow them blindly. If you're dissatisfied, you can work to change them. And what you speak of, Apyaahi, is not freedom, it is self-indulgence. So you're saying if I change the law, I can do whatever I please? What? What is this? Not a word got through to her. Talking anymore would just be a waste of breath. It's time to put her in chains. Oh my god, how many guards?
This is all you're doing, isn't it? It's time to join the rest of your minions.
I won't resist, but this isn't over. Those who share my vision will hear of this injustice, and they will carry my legacy. Okay. The passage of the Unbound shall remain open forevermore. I have opinions. I will share them afterwards, okay? Freedom that harms others is no freedom at all. Living in a society has its challenges, but it allows us to support each other as a group.
Judging by how her force was mostly composed of wild beasts, I take it Apyaahi couldn't send many of her henchmen to Tiral. Perhaps Virazan's resources have finally run dry. I knew anyone who admired Elaret would have twisted morals, but even so, I am shocked by the depth of Apyaahi's depravity. Finally, the Unbound are in chains. Don't you think Itoka would be proud of us? Of me?
Your bravery was inspiring everyone. Apyaahi is in the custody of the Landsguard, and their treasure is destroyed. Without a leader and secret weapon, the Unbound may well and truly be finished. We should return to Shabalav Tai and let Yaral Mahun know about our victory here. Okay, let's do that. I have opinions. I will share them, just not right now. Let's just at least see the credits roll on this before we make judgments.
I heard all about your battle with the passage of the Unbound. Leave it to you all not only to capture their leader, but do so without anyone in Tulialal coming to harm.
Yep.
By the way, Majors from the Wing of Protection inspected the remains of the beasts you fought. Their discoveries were surprising, to say the least. They weren't actually individual organisms, you see, but a collection of minute fungi that had taken the form of familiar creatures. The Majors concluded that the Tiral Vidral sealed within the treasure was likely once a fungi itself. This explains the sightings of Apyaahi travelling with beasts of all sorts at her beck and call. She built her army by finding the fiercest creatures she could and recreating them with the power of the treasure. But you stood against that army without a shade of fear in your eyes. As a token of gratitude, you're all welcome to tacos on the house whenever you're in town. Speaking of which, I hear Tent and the others will soon be returning to their respective villages. Goodbyes are always bittersweet, but I'm sure they'd love to speak with you one last time.
Alright. Tacos. I'm in for the tacos. Right, are they all buggering off now then? Let's see what happens.
I neglected to mention this earlier, but I was able to convince everyone back home to stop relying on the cradle. My sleepless days are over, but I've been busier than ever. I've looked at Ishgard's Nights for inspiration on how to build solidarity among the villagers. We train together and take turns on watch, among other things. Laws and Ikwe no longer needs to spend her days abed, and sometimes joins us in our drills. I admit this new life wouldn't be the same without her. A new life for which we both owe you thanks, Meoni. We'll keep striving to follow the example you set for us. So yeah, so one of them had to be the sleeping one was the waking one, and then it swapped over. I remember that storyline. My people have accepted the fact we cannot always rely upon the heart sting, and even now trained to build our natural resistance to various toxins.
It took some time to figure out the right amounts to use, and I admit there were some close calls, but luckily the heartstring was at our disposal. Yet I believe that our strength lies in our ability to conquer hardship. I hope one day we can trust in our own abilities. That being said, it's been some time since I had a meal that wasn't laced with poison. I've forgotten how delicious food could be. The others will be glad to know how key the Dreamweave cocoon was to our success. And though it seems Apyaahi recognized you from the moment you met, it didn't make a difference, did it? It just reaffirms for me that you're more than earned your renown as a hero. I still aspire to become a hunter worthy of Itoka's legacy, and I know it will take a lot of time and a lot of hard work. For now, I'll focus on keeping the village safe, but I won't stop there. Keep your ears to the ground, Meoni, for someday you might hear tales of Kuki, a hunter true.
Everyone was so brave. My heart always starts pounding when the fighting begins, but I didn't need to worry. Since I'm here in Tulialal, I'll visit the market before I reach me village. Hey, I almost forgot. Kakulja sent me a letter. He said the authorities had taken his circumstances into account and decided to be merciful. He'll be released soon, and just as promised, my village will soon be the first place he visits. Everyone's looking forward to greeting him with open arms. If Kakuljar agrees to be our protector, then we can come to Tulialal more often.
And the best one, to think the origin of the treasures lies within Yok Hoi. Even with such dominating strength as they possess, they sought still more when their very survival was at stake. What? My people were afraid of the apex, and so sealed it away within our treasure. But over time, the treasure became as feared as the beast within it. Thus, we never considered using it as a tool to aid us. I've been training hard, and I hope that someday I can help my people view the treasure from a new perspective. It might take a while, but we'll get there. I'm already stronger than the last time we met, right? You don't have to answer, but trust me when I tell you, we won't take the easy road like Virazan. Every bit of progress we'll earn through hard work. On that note, as much as I'd like to stay, I suppose we all have our homes waiting for us. Let's say our farewells to Brook Evu and Ral Mayun. Okay. Let's do that.
I'm glad you got to catch up with everyone. Shall we bring this party to a close then?
Be well, everyone.
I'll bring Laws and Equale with me next time. I wanted to meet the people who helped us.
Stop by my village if you're ever in the region. I'll treat you to freshly hunted boar.
Everyone get home safely. We'll meet again soon.
I hope I was able to pay back the debt I owe you, if only a little. If you ever need help again, you know how to reach me.
Bye. I'm sure they'll bring them back in some way or another. Tacos? Who are those people? Huh?
It was a long and trying road, but the treasures are finally back in their rightful places.
And the passage of the Unbound, with no one to lead their meager numbers, will fade into obscurity. I'm sure we'll hear no more of them again.
Here's to peace in Tulialal.
Rules? Basic social consideration? Who needs them? Those pathetic bastards don't even see the yokes around their necks.
Oh, did you see how nobly Apyaahi fought? As long as I can remember that sight, I'll never turn away from the path she showed us.
It's up to us to continue what she started. We don't need those artifacts to bring down nations. We'll find a whole new kind of weapon.
The passage of the Unbound shall remain ever open, and will be there to guide others unto it.
There's more of you? Criminals! Over here!
By the gods, run! We can't be caught here!
Okay. Okay. Is that how it ends? We get the Bright Bustle Orchestra enrolled though, so there's that. All right. A passage rebound. Okay. So they'll likely try to bring those characters in again, right? We get a title for that though, Sweet Justice. Now is that a prefix or a suffix? That's my first question about the title. By the way, can we please have a search function for titles? That would be really nice. So it's Sweet Justice and then the person's name. Huh. It's cool, I guess. Let's see. Is there any follow-up text?
Well, if it isn't my favourite customer, thanks to you, the world is free from the passage of the Unbound's villainy. If there's anything I could do for you, you only need to say the word.
How are things? What? Does someone have Google Translate? What does that say? Does anyone know? Ruka Flauschling, thank you very much for 2 months. Welcome back. They forgot to translate it. There's a number 2 in there. So she's been shocked so badly when you ask how things are, she speaks Japanese. Tell me about the sacred treasures.
They are objects of incredible power passed down through generations. Clans hailing from all corners of Tural.
Yeah, we know what they are. Huh. I mean, that happened. I wonder what that says, though. Somebody get Google Translate on the go. Hold on. Take a screenshot of that and let me know what it says. Let's do it together. Hold on. Why can't I take a screenshot? Are we in full screen mode for some reason? Hold on a minute. No. Yeah. Why are we in full screen mode? Okay, that's odd. Alright, hold on a minute. Actually, I won't be able to do it because my phone's connected to the VTube avatar. I don't know. I have no idea what it says. It probably says things are good.
I know you've been hard at work helping to solve Tyrell's problems, and we're grateful for it. You're welcome to relax here anytime you want.
I will do exactly that, I think. All right, well, let's talk about the thought process behind this then. And what I feel is its strengths and weaknesses. Because I'm sure some people probably have their own opinions, and let's talk about mine. So, the role quests that were added to the game originally, in my opinion, were not something that I looked at favorably. And that's majoritively because of how the role quests were previously in the game. I think my perspective would be very different if I had come to only play Dawntrail, okay? If I was a freshly boosted character or whatever it is, you know, a freshly recruited person to Dawntrail, as my first experience in Final Fantasy XIV, I think I would probably have a more favorable view on it, right? I can't stop thinking about how good Shadowbringer's role quests were. In every single way, shape, and form, in my opinion, they were better. In terms of the gravitas of the backstory that they presented, the character development, the insight into the meaning behind the characters on screen, their motives, the bad guys, how, you know, how, hello, how, what made them tick, what made a villain rather than just a generic character. I didn't get that from this, and there was obviously a different thematic feeling. The problem I have is that Shadowbringers had a fantastic main storyline, and it had a pretty great role quest storyline, and it had a pretty good wrap up of that with the Void quests, which were pretty damn good as well, right? Well, with Dawntrail, right? So, sorry, with Endwalker. Endwalker's role quests were okay. They were not as good, but they kept that serious tone, but the main storyline was really good. So it kind of outweighed it. With Dawntrail, my personal opinion on the MSQ was that it could have been better. There are certain parts of it that grated against my skin that I know some people use the crutch excuse of, oh, it's just basically a Realm Reborn. Of course, it's, you know, whatever. It's going to be less impactful or whatever you want to use as a descriptor for it. I just personally think that the patch content has a lot to do to make up for the MSQ, and I was kind of hoping that the role quests were going to be a crutch to fall onto. Now, they were not, in my opinion, very enticing and interesting because they had the slapstick humor that we already have in the game in other parts, right? With Hildebrand, which does it fantastically well, right? You know what you're getting into when you're going to Hildebrand because it's Hildebrand. It's fantastic. It's funny. The expectations are that exactly, you know, you get what you know you're going to get, and it's hilarious. Role quests, I don't think should go that direction. I know that's probably an opinion that some people don't share. I think that they should be somewhat serious and world building. And whilst there was a lot of that in the background, it also felt like they made too much light of the situation rather than having any meaningful resolutions. So with this patch, with 7.16, with Apyaahi storyline, my expectations going into it, already set pretty low, was that we would engage with a character that would have motive and a resolve worthy of being the bad guy. At the start, I was getting into it. When we were gazing up at the stars and I started to like the character, I was like, okay, I can kind of see where they're coming from. Stifling Control, maybe they've had a much darker storyline background and it was evolving, it was slowly getting there. They had some of the humor there, which wasn't as much of a problem early on in the quest line because it was what we had kind of set as a precedent from the other quest line, right? The other role quests in this expansion. So it kind of had to be there. But it wasn't the overarching main thing that was interesting me. It was Apyaahi's background, and maybe there was something darker to this, because I like a dark, edgy storyline. Dawn Trail did not provide that for me at all, really, until the latter half. And even though the latter half, yeah, we already know what the latter half was like. It was an interesting two sides of a coin of the expansion of the storyline. But then when they started to do, like, what is her resolve? Why is she the way she is? And you learn that they just cop out and do this whole comedy storyline, or try to do a comedy storyline of how she has no understanding of the world, and that she's basically just a sheltered brat who has no concept of currency and how society works, and she expects to basically live the world for free, and her entire background motive to destroy the world's economies and society was so that she could get shit for free. Really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. I sat here and I'm trying to laugh along with it, but I'm like, okay, so are they trying to do a self-reflection of society at the minute? Okay, that kind of works from real life, but at the same time, it doesn't work for a villain. It just makes me think that Apyaahi is someone who got affected by the TikTok ban in America. That's effectively what it feels like. The sort of person that you probably don't want to watch anyway, that you don't want to involve yourself with. You know what I mean? It kind of rang shallow, and what they could have done is they could have made her have a horrific background storyline, and then still had the humor to lift it up a little bit, but made you resonate with the character like they did earlier on with the stargazing. And it would have had a much sweeter ending, because it would have posed the question is, what is right and wrong? Who really is right? Is society as constrained, as constrained as it is? But it didn't make me think that. It just made me think, well, she's a spoiled brat that needs to know better, and I don't know what planet she's living on. And it's a typical reflection of real life society and this TikTok generation. And it made me feel old and annoyed. So I don't know if anyone else resonates with that, but I feel that it had the potential to build up to something good. The role quests individually were and then Apyaahi's storyline fell flat. That's my opinion. I think that it fell flat. It didn't deliver on a comedic side. It didn't deliver on a satirical side. It didn't deliver on a serious side. And I would really rather prefer if Business Unit 3 started to create storylines on the epic scale that they have already demonstrated possible before. You know? If the danger was that character building couldn't be done to the same extent as those characters, then they had plenty of time to introduce them bit by bit in the main storyline. Think about how Ardbert and crew were introduced over the last 11 years, right? Bit by bit, the Warriors of Darkness. So you're telling me that they couldn't have introduced them into the Dawn Trail storyline itself as side characters? Like, how cool would it have been to have a role, like each role quest? That's actually quite well timed, friend, with the edge of the screen there. Very well done. How cool would it have been if the role quest centered around characters that were shown in the MSQ? Like, I don't know, maybe one of the people in the... I'm trying to think. Kafkiwa's lot. Those people in the back room of that inn, I forget the name of them, have some kind of subplot that helped build on their character. I think that would have offered more of an interesting insight into the world building that Dawntrail probably needs, and probably would have segued into characters that we would have cared more about, you know? I mean, what's stopping them in the future from involving the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in the role quests? Again, why can't we have, since they brought them over to Tulialal for seemingly very few reasons at this point, wouldn't it be nice to involve the Scions in that? There are so many avenues that you could have gone, but we went with brand new characters, but the brand new characters weren't believable for me. They weren't interesting enough for me to want to listen to everything that they had to say. And I think a lot of people will unfortunately skip through these quest lines just to get the emote, which is an okay emote reward. It's different. It's something. It's a reward. So that's how I feel about it. I don't know what you feel about this. I mean, I'm about to read through what chat has put, but I don't think okay, there's one argument I disagree with, though. I don't think anyone's posted it. The argument, the devil's advocate, would be, I don't think you're supposed to read that much into it, Meoni. It's just it's just a side story. It's just a funny story. Okay. I disagree with that because of what role quests are and what they have been. I don't think this new design lends its talents best to the story writing that they're trying to give you, to portray. If anything, it takes from it. That's what I think. So Walter Book says, sadly, in this expansion, I'm seeing a large portion of Final Fantasy XIV being a lower quality recycle of everything they've done before. I mean, in many ways, this looks like a completely different way. I think this entire role quest storyline is very different from what they've done before. Personally. It's way too much slapstick for you. I think it works best in Hildebrand, and maybe not that much outside of it. Yeah. And then she drops that I don't want to pay for nothing line. Yeah, it just felt weird. Like, okay, are you Team Rocket at this point? Like, it's actually more cringe than Team Rocket, isn't it? Dante says it overstays its welcome pretty fast in some of the role quests. The magical range one grated on me so hard I considered cutscene skipping for the first time. Interesting. Morgana says, Meoni, I translated a text. It says, in addition to the leader, the remaining second-term executives were also arrested without incident. Now the Gate of Freedom has truly been destroyed. You may continue your journey with peace in mind. Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Morgana. Ida Baron says, made me think that Apyaahi is just a spoiled brat that's been thrown out of a rich parent's house and is to live by herself and is unwilling to mature. Yeah. But the potential could have been to make her have a really dark storyline, similar to what we had with the Doman storylines and things like that, saying that she came from the east or whatever, or beyond that. We could have had a Garlean sort of backstory of oppression and her entire existence being under strict rule under the Garlean Empire. Because if she's a Viera from specific forest regions near Garlemald, they would have been subjugated, and it would have probably been destruction for their entire forests, right? Their entire region, which we still didn't get to see, by the way. Hence why I thought we would have seen Fran back in the storyline, since she said that she was going to join with us again on the attack of Garlemald, which never happened. Yeah, it just feels weird how there isn't enough. It's like they were going to write it that way and then just decided, nah, it's too dark or something. I don't know. But Dawntrail was full of uplifting things, though, right? That I don't think they needed to have more uplifting elements. They could have gone really dark with it, and it would have matched quite well side by side with Dawntrail's MSQ. But Stitch says, to be honest, I think Apyaahi's ignorance about the world and money, etc. thing is purely because she's Viera. And Viera's culture is very secluded from the rest of the world. That's true. Which is exactly why I think that it would have been probably a little bit better resonating if her history had been from a Garlean invasion. If you look at the world map and see exactly where... I mean, let's talk about this. If we were to look at the world map... not that this bit really shows up, but... So... There's Offard, Hingashi, etc. over there. We've got Ilzabad, right? So we've got Yangsha and Naxia. Naxia is what, here? Then we've got Garlemald up there. There's a mountain region here, and then there's supposed to be, with Naxia, which is this province here, a mountain range that's impassable, and then over here, on one of the pieces of art, I can't remember which one it is, there's supposed to be a series of forests, which I thought was where the Viera was supposed to come from. But the Garleans had, like, moved out, right? Their oppression had they started to conquer this direction, didn't they? Hence with Doma, etc. So they would be under, they'd be fully subjugated. So it would have made more sense for her character to be, you know, enthralled by them, oppressed by them. I don't know. It would have been probably a little bit more dark, edgy, interesting. Ida Baron says, I have to say I've been playing Dawn Trail again, and I do like what I've seen. Say what they've done here. Looks like they drew inspiration from Disney. It's an interesting opinion. I don't think it's lazy writing. I don't think that's something I can agree with, Tyaveris. I wouldn't say that. I would say that it's a different way of writing, and it might be placating to a different audience than was there for the last 10 years. It feels like it was written for not us, if that makes sense. Yeah, the Shadowbringers role quests were probably the best in the game, yeah. Dante says this role quest series is one of the few pieces of storyline I would absolutely tell someone to skip. Interesting. It's basically just lower quality Hildebrand instead. That's what it feels like, yeah. Ida Baron says, Meoni, we could have a role quest in Shaloni as ranged with Kona. Oh, that would be really cool. See, that's what they should have done instead of putting the whole Ronique quest line. And if you've done the MSQ recently, if not, I apologize. The Ronique storyline, that part of the patch content that we just got for 7.1, we had. I'm trying to remember all of the characters involved. But Kona, the Ronique, that could have been part of a role quest, and that would have added a lot to that world. Could have had a caster quest down in Mamook. That would have been nice. Tank one could have been with a Palu protecting trade caravans. Yeah. Healer one could have been investigating the sickness that affected the Hokkoi. And the melee could have been in helping the Shibrao. Yeah, those are good ideas. Those are really good ideas. Let's see Stidge behind us. You're hoping for some cool Viera stuff soonish, since they did some more setup and reference to it in the Waku Meki Meki. They did, yeah. Oh yeah, the difference between the Rava and Vina. True. Yeah, the other side of a step. Yeah. And the way you interact more with the communities of the expansions. On YouTube, Hugo Platamas, wow, I can't speak. Platamia says, as a Viera player, it makes sense to be exiled in that way. I thought she would be like a SMT alignment, representative with the absoluteness of rules and laws, but they didn't go there. Yeah. Which is surprising. It's not like they have shied away from the darker storylines before, or things that could potentially be impactful. It feels like adding comedy role quests, but not quite there. It's like a half measure, and I don't think it delivered the same way that Hildebrand would. Because like Hildebrand is fantastic, as we've said, but it's from the offset, it's supposed to be crazy. You know what you're expecting. With the role quest stuff, it felt like if they were going to go that direction, that's fine. But they teased us with with the good stuff as well, like the actual like story stuff, and then they didn't follow through. It feels strange. You went full Catboy. Nice. I hope you're enjoying it. Natsuko Ishikawa is a supervisor. She needs to be writing. Yeah. I think there's definitely a lot of positivity that can come from a different writing style. I just think that this could have been curated in a slightly softer way to join the dots a little bit better. It felt a little bit too far off the mark. Yeah. And it didn't help with the fact that Dawn Trail is the way that it is at the moment. And we're relying on 7.2 to effectively add something to the game to fix people's perspectives, I think. Shadowbringers brokers. Yeah, I don't think Shadowbringers could be topped. And I don't think that would be the goal. I don't think you'd want to aim to top that. There are plenty of ways they can take the same writing in a different way, right? I don't know. Don't forget a kid turned monster getting crushed to death. What about the drowning child in the previous expansion? Like they were capable of it last expansion as well. Like some of the scenes with the end of days was fantastic. Yeah, the baby, yeah. Like some of the yeah, I think honestly both of those expansions had some real moments, you know, and the role quest kind of complemented them each time. It's a weird one, isn't it? But yeah, in summary, it's cool to get the emotes. There's a piece of music which I guess we could go listen to and see what that sounds like. Worth it for the emote. But apart from that, the storyline did not resonate with me as much as I hoped it would, unfortunately. And I don't know what they're going to do next. But it's my personal hope that they go back to a more adventurous side of things. If they want to capture the essence of what the main character is, the Warrior of Light, I think at least the role quest should have been used to be our storyline, you know, especially since Dawn Trail didn't really have a lot of our involvement. But there we go. Anyway, I think that wraps up for today. We're going to do a shortish stream today. We're not going to do anything long. Tomorrow we might do something different. I don't know what we're going to be doing. Probably some achievement hunting, things like that. But that's going to be it for me today. I didn't know how long this questline was going to be. Ultimately, it wasn't the worst thing on the planet, but it certainly didn't resonate with me as much as I hoped it would have. But let me know what you think. There are no wrong answers. Maybe you loved this. Maybe this was exactly written for you. But there we go. Thank you so much. We have nothing else planned for today, so I'm not going to just sit around doing nothing. I'm going to go and be productive and make some videos. So thank you so much for watching. On Twitch side, we're going to find someone to raid. Hopefully someone playing 14. And on YouTube, let me know in the comment section when you finish watching this in VOD form what you felt about it, and if you agree with any of my points. And I'll see you all next time. Oh boy. Bye.